Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here once again for another car profile, and today we're going to take a look at an SUV. So let's go over here and jump into it. It is the Pegassi Toros. This is, I believe, the first Pegassi car that we've actually ever looked at on Car Profile, which is pretty cool. Now this here is of course based off the Lamborghini Urus, which came out in 2017. Now, some of the supercar companies and a lot of car manufacturers in general are leaning towards making SUVs. A lot of companies' best-selling vehicles are SUVs. They're really just overall good cars for doing many things that you need. You can go to the store, but you can also, go a little more off-road if you want to. You can do a little bit more, again, you can put more stuff in them, store-wise. Like I said, you can also do you can still make them fast. So, they're just an all-around good type of vehicle to have. So, supercar companies also want to get in the action of that. We've had the Porsche, whatever the hell that thing is called, for years, and that thing's been terrible. But other companies get involved in it, and Lamborghini did, and they made a awesome car. So here in GTA, of course, we can take a look at the GTA version of it. So let's go find a Los Santos Customs, and there's none in this area. Damn it. We can find a Los Santos Customs to take a look at this car. So overall, this thing is pretty quick. It's actually up there in speed with the supercars, but it is in the sports utility vehicles category. I was going to say sports category, but I don't know. Change that. It's an SUV category. So it's unfortunate from that standpoint, because this thing absolutely flies in races of SUVs. Like, it just destroys in that, because this car is very, very good speed-wise, and overall it just drives really well. And it takes the corners decent. I mean, it's not going to take it as good as some of these supercars, but this thing still drives pretty well. So let's take a look at what you can modify here on your Pegassi Toros.
What's wrong with her now?
And pull here into the
All patched up.
place. Let's start. Can we do any engine detailing? No. The exhaust, there's a bunch of things you can do with that. Not really going to take that much of time to show you that, but do that. Front bumpers, you can pick what type of diffuser you want. I did go with one here that does look a little bit just more the SUV type of thing, but if you want to go for more street racing look as well, you do have those options. The front grille, I just went with the stock one, but you can really go in on some of these. These look here more like Aston Martins and Mercedes with the lines like that, and this one looks like a Jeep. But, again, I like to keep this with the more basic stuff. The hood, you can go have absolutely nothing on it. You can have your stock lines. You can go carbon if you want. Really just go all in on this different design. I went with this in here. You got a bunch of different air lines and stuff, but still keeping it pretty subtle for a car. This here's kind of wild to have the engine open. You can also go with liveries. You can just get some stripes. You can go with this Toros on the side. Get some crazy purple, blue. You can get the Globe of Oil livery. This one here sucks. This here's basically the same winter with their camouflage. You get some stripes on it. You can get like a whole gray back design in this here as well. But I like to have no liveries on most of my cars. Mud guards you can also have as well. Actually, I kind of like that. I want to go with those now. Plate will lead the way it is. The roof, you can have nothing. Carbon, get some lines, sports stuff. roof rack, vortex generators as well. Did go with carbon on those, actually. Skirts, again, simple stuff. I went with the more race skirt type thing. Spoiler. We can go for upper spoilers, which would go up here over the back window. And you can also have your lower ones. I went for the split one, does look a little bit nicer than just having a full bar back there. Then for lower spoilers, you can pick what you have here. I did not realize that I have a bolted ducktail, but I guess I do. That looks pretty cool as well. So the whole area, a lot of the aerodynamics happening there on the back. And I believe that's actually the end of the customization for what we care about. Of course, you can do engine and wheels and all that stuff. But for the main stuff that we really care about, we are all done. So, you know, this car, again, good for going, just driving around the city. But it's also good for if you want to go get out of the city, you know. Los Santos is a wild place. Pressers, tanks, more oppressors, you know, other weaponized vehicles that I can't think of other names because there's like a billion. But you know, you want to head more out into a more adventurous place. You know, a place that you can just go do whatever the hell you want. Take a break from the second busiest city in the country. You want to go off-roading. You know, get away from the oppressors. Get away from the tanks. Get away from the chaos of the city. That's why you have a Pegassi Toros. Hit the open road fast. Try to outrun an oppressor, which you can't because you can't. But once you call your mechanic and get your car back, you gotta chew mash. And immediately you can just start driving up mountains. Like, look at this. Can you do this with your other Pegassis? Probably. But does it look out of place like the other ones? Nope. And you're not even that far from the city. You can still see the skyline. Now you can't because you're tumbling down a hill in a near $1 million SUV. But at least you're doing it in style. I overall, like, love this car. I think the SUVs in GTA are pretty cool. I personally like SUVs in general. They're nice to drive, nice to go in, so I have been a fan of SUVs for quite a while, so I don't have anything against owning them in GTA either, using them. We did one before a while ago in the old run-through of this series. We did one on the Benefactor something, whatever the SUV was that came out for that. So, you know, we stand some SUVs around here as well. It is quite nice to drive them and all that kind of stuff. So, big fan, big fan. That's probably going to do it, though, for today's car profile for the Pegassi Toros. We do have an announcement with this series. Next week will be the final episode of Car Profile. I brought this back a little bit just to take a look at some cars, and it's been fun. I do want to just finish off on 25, so I have an even number to, you know, not an even number, but a whatever kind of number that is. And off on 25 instead of 24. So next week we will return with one more episode of this series. It's been fun to sort of bring back, but, you know, get to a point where, you know, certain series have to stop, and this is one of them that I stopped a while ago for some reason. And we've looked at a bunch of cars since our return. We got through some really, really cool ones, including the Krieger, the Tele GTO, and also, you know, the newest car I've ever reviewed, the Trojan PR4. That was a really fun episode, and also, last week doing the T20, finally getting that done. It's just been a fun series, but some things, you don't know what's gonna do, and we did 16 episodes in our first run. Come back with episodes 17 through 25 will be a good addition to the series, but I think a solid point to end off. I just feel like these videos are definitely from an older era of my channel, and bringing it back temporarily was fun, but not something I want to keep doing and producing every single week. It does get hard to just, make videos talking about a car in a game. So, again, I enjoy doing it, but there will be more videos we can use to take that spot on the channel. Anyways. So, that is that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, like I said, final episode of Car Profile. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Hey there.